when I get that scream or that baby, then I know.
Come on, act like you know me.
That I have done it right.
Oh, friend.
Hello, loves. I am Dr. Johnine White. Welcome to our channel if this is your first time here, or welcome back if you're a returning viewer. I am so excited because today I am talking with my client / friend, LaShanna from Shanna-B-Cooking. So we have so many amazing things to share with you guys today. And the main thing is divine connections. So let's get into it. Okay, so you guys know that recently I have really been talking about the importance of inviting the Lord into your everyday life, into your home, into your business, into your family, into every single area. And when I tell you we are witnesses of what divine connections can do in your business. So we'll kind of jump into that topic first. What do you think?
I agree.
All right. So I guess we'll start off with how we met. So do you want to go?
Definitely. I remember you contacting me because I was referred or from someone I worked with, was someone very close to you, and they wanted to bless me. Mm-hmm. And our paths were aligned at that moment. From you helping me with my anxiety for those graduation invitations that I don't want to make choices, I know they're a need, and exceeding my expectations.
Aww.
Like, just, I couldn't imagine the invitations coming out better. From the invitations, the shirts, the pictures, everything.
Aww.
And I've said it to you multiple times how grateful I am because you went not above and beyond. You broke it down. You explained to me. You educated me. I didn't know picking graduation invitations could be so tedious. And from the verbiage to the lettering to the type of graphics that's used, I was like, this is a lie. And I don't want to make no decisions. And, the pictures and the audience, people don't really say the things that they used to in a graduation invitation where everyone got one in the mail.
Yeah.
Having them available virtually compared to on paper and being mailed out. So our paths were aligned then, and then you got some food.
Yes. Yes. She said, okay, I'm going to bring y'all some boudin balls. They were stuffed with cheese. And it was amazing. Like, absolutely amazing. So she was floored by my work, and I was floored by her work. So it was just an immediate connection. But I think the most impactful thing for me was it was more than just business.
Of course.
When we talked about business. We talked about things that had to be done, but we prayed together. We talked about things that were going on, and that is the importance of, making sure that the Lord is present in everything that you do.
Yeah.
Because you never know, how you will impact someone or how they will impact you. Yeah. And so just from the beginning, it was like an instant connection. And we had no idea where it would go from there. You ended up getting some shirts for graduation as well.
At the last minute.
But that's okay.
Last minute. 4, 6? Probably I got 4. Yeah, it was 6.
Because you started with 2.
Yeah.
Then you were like, oh, no, wait. I need 4.
But I'm chill.
Then you was like, oh, no, wait. I need 2 more.
Yes.
But, it was just really an amazing thing because from the beginning, we could just see, God working. And, as far as we knew, that was it. Mm-hmm. Okay, we did graduation, but we're we're going to stay connected.
Correct, we did.
Because even though, Again, more than business. It is not business as usual. So regardless, we stay connected.
Yeah.
And you were telling me, well, I have my business. I'm starting. I'm gonna need help with my logo. And I said, girl, I got you.
Yep. And business
I
cards.
got you. Business cards. And I remember you had an event.
Yep.
You had an event, and we hadn't talked about the logo or anything yet. And so I was like, okay. I stalked her social media, y'all, and I found some food pics. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna put together a graphic because you are gonna have something to
Yes.
set on your table when you go to that event.
Yeah.
Because when I tell y'all, it is hard to put into words her craft. It really is. When I tell you, from the way her food tastes to the way it looks, I mean, like when you look at it, you want to eat it. And then you smell it and you're like, okay, this is about to be good. And then you taste it and it exceeds every single expectation. And she is not limited in what she can do. Because, okay, the first time she had us hooked at the boudin balls. But later on, I called her. I forgot what we were talking about.
You were walking
Yeah, I was walking, trying to get healthy.
and not having the time to eat.
I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. And I didn't have time to eat.
cook.
And yeah, I'm like,
No
I don't
time
know
to
what to cook. I don't know what to do. I don't have the time. And in her famous words, say less. What you eat? What you want? And, she asked me, do you eat salmon? Well, yeah, I love salmon. Do you eat shrimp? Yeah, I love shrimp. Say less. When I tell you, she showed up with a plate for me and a plate for my husband. And when she took those plates out, I was like, oh my God, this is delicious. It looked delicious. I hadn't even tasted it yet, but it looked like a photo basically from a magazine or something. You know how when you go to a restaurant and they show you the photo and then you get the food and it's like,
Don't look the same.
This is not the same. Her food looks like you would imagine food is supposed to look. So when she delivered that, and she delivered, okay, she delivered. She drove all the way from her city to my city, delivered. And when I looked at it, I told my husband, I said, oh my God, this looks amazing. And then we smelled it. And then I was so anxious because we had to wait till we got home to eat. And that was the longest drive home. But it was absolutely delicious. So she literally puts her heart into every dish that she makes. And I know I got sidetracked, but I was saying, she's not limited because she brought me a salmon bowl because she knew I was trying to eat healthier. So she brought me a salmon bowl with the best tasting Brussels sprouts I have ever had and sweet potato. And then she brought my husband some grilled shrimp and broccolini. That broccolini was so good.
I love broccoli.
And then like a cauliflower rice.
Yes, it was a vegetable cauliflower rice.
And it was so delicious. So it's not just all deep fried. It's not just all, smothered. But she provides healthier options as well. And it all tastes absolutely amazing. So she puts her heart into everything that she makes. And that kind of brings us to the logo.
Yes.
So, okay. So with the logo, we were going back and forth, because she's like, I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want it to look like. All I know is I want purple in there. And tell them why purple is important to you.
Lupus. Purple's the color of lupus, and it's very, very important to me. And I'm not gonna be a crybaby today. We gonna just leave it at that. Lupus is something I'm strongly behind, from family to myself, and it's just very important to me that it always isn't anything. And purple also represents royalty,
all right,
as well. But it is definitely, I want that in there somewhere, for that reason, so I can always be reminded So that's there. I know I didn't want a chef's hat.
Yeah, she said, I don't want a chef's hat. I don't want anything typical, anything traditional. She said, the main thing I want is for it to represent the love that is in my heart. So I was like, okay, what are we gonna do? I think we went through like 3 different or 4 different
I would
revisions.
say
I
almost
think
5. Almost 5.
I told her, I said, okay. I said, I'm gonna pray. I said, I'm going to pray and I'm going to say, Lord, what do I need to do? And that is exactly what I did. And I woke up one morning and I had this vision in my mind. Now, y'all know the Lord will give us something and then we always have to add to it.
The
So
question.
I got the vision, but I'm like, you know what? I have to throw a pot in there because she cooks, right? And I did that kind of, pot logo and I sent it to her and she's like, I love it. But see, with LaShanna, there's love and then there's love.
Oh, yes, because I'm
Like,
extra.
there are different levels. So I know her well enough to know when she said, oh, I love it. I'm like, that's
That's not it.
the LaShanna response that I am used to.
Ooh.
When I get that scream or
Come on.
that baby, then I know
Come on, act like you know me.
that I have done it right.
Oh, friend. This is where the lines get crossed between business and personal because I say that. I say, baby, honey, come on. When I have to go to the floor, pick it back up and be like, this it. Ooh, and I'm a crybaby. Well, everybody know I'm a crybaby now, but then yes.
So
she
that's
know.
how I knew. I'm like, well, she likes it, but I'm like, I know that's not it.
That's not it.
I'm like, okay, so I'm going to just keep mulling it over. But it's like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like we both had this urgency. Like something
Was brewing.
is coming. Something is about to happen. So we need to kind of get this together. We didn't know what, had no idea. It was just this feeling that we had. Like,
and we both have been saying
coming.
it.
Yep.
We both have been saying something. I was like,
Yep.
I don't know what it is, but it's coming. It's big. I don't know. And this has been since May. Because let's rewind a little bit. In May, she gave me a checklist. Well, you have your business. Do you have your business page? It's everything I post through my personal. They can inbox me if they want to order. Do you have a business phone number? They can call my personal. They can text me. It don't matter. What's your hours? What's your menu? They can call me. They can text me. So she gave me a checklist because I'm scattered. I was everywhere. And she gave me a checklist. I was like, okay. And then she checked in. Checked in on me. I was like, okay, I'm cooking. Okay? I'm working and I'm cooking.
What her response was.
Working and I'm cooking. Like when I wake up, if my feet touch the ground, it's over. I'm gonna be working and cooking and cooking and working, and I'm not gonna have time. So when we got there, and I was like, I know I'm gonna need some business cards somewhere down the line. I'm gonna need a logo somewhere down the line, but I've been just using these AI generated logos and on my TikToks and on my reels. It'll come. But after fasting and praying and really understanding what I'm called to do, I was like, okay, we need to have a talk. And we had the talk. Gave me another list, another checklist, okay? And because I'm anxious. So she was like, just follow the checklist.
Is that how I said it?
Just follow the checklist. Okay, so you don't get overwhelmed. Are you writing your notes? Use your phone, not pen and paper so you don't lose it. And I'm old school. I'm pen and paper. Where my notepad at? Literally got me together on a strategic path. And I kept procrastinating. And I was up applying for a job. Just applying for a job on one of them sites. And then a gig came. And then another gig came. And then another gig. And I was like, well, I need to get some print on my containers or my pans when I bring food. And we talked. But then the logo was like, we got to do this. And then the boom. I said, I need it now. Invoice me.
That's when I knew. I say, okay, she's ready.
Invoice me.
The importance of being in business and not just treating the person like another order or just another customer, but ministering to the whole person. Because I gave her checklist, but I knew she needed to go at her own pace. Because if I would have forced her, you need a logo, you need a logo, you need a logo, that can overwhelm someone easily. And one thing I did not want to do was discourage her, because I knew this needed to be out in the world. This cooking, this meal, it needed to be out. And one thing I did not want to do was discourage her at all or make her feel like this is too much, I can't do this. So I said, when she's ready, she will let me know in LaShanna way that she is ready. And that is exactly what she did. The phone call was literally, invoice me today, because we need to get started.
Period.
And I said, okay. I said, she's ready. So I said, it's time to get to work. And then, like I said, we were going back and forth on revisions and things like that. Still kind of, we felt the urgency, but at the same time, it was still kind of, oh, it's not quite happening yet,
Right.
not quite happening yet. Then we finally finalized the logo. And I said, okay. I said, I'm going to put together a cover for you and all of that can go on your social media whenever you're ready to start your social media. And then she found out about the Jennifer Hudson Show. So I'm going to let you give the backstory on that.
Ooh. Okay. My son, a few months ago, wrote a letter to Jennifer Hudson, or he was on the website looking for tickets. And it was a prompt to say, tell about an amazing woman in your life. And he talked about his mom, me. Eric wrote something that captured their hearts. And he texts me, he says, Mom, I did something and they want to meet us. And when are you available to talk on FaceTime? I was like, wait, what? And then I read the message again. He was like, I wrote to the Jennifer Hudson Show about my amazing mom, and this happened. So we had a preliminary meeting. And, okay, they said, oh, this is just a preliminary. We may or may not select you. We may do this. We may do that. You might get tickets. Okay, but this is on a need-to-know basis. So we went on with our lives. That was months ago. And I had some life happened. And I get this text message from the producer, and I'm looking at the name, and I was like, let me go back to Eric's messages. And I was like, this is the producer. And she says, hey, LaShanna, we are showcasing small women businesses on our social medias and our websites. And I thought of you. And I'm like, well, they don't say anything about Eric. She was like, we'll fly you out. We want to do production, and we would like to see you. Can you film? And this is on a Friday. They were trying to get me there Thursday and film on Friday. And I was like, I got a catering gig Wednesday. I have a catering gig Sunday. And you want me to go to California to film? And I'm like, oh, I got to get my social media together. I don't have a social media presence. I don't have nothing. And I call her and I'm freaking out. And I'm like, this is all they told me. Then I'm like, Eric, did they call you? And he's like, Mom, they just asked for your number. This is your time. The world. I said, my business is so small. I'm a girl from Port Arthur. I'm home-based. I just cook a little soul food. What? I'm not even viral. And then it happened. And it was like, this is the fire that's been under us, that's been brewing, that God has been saying, move. And we like,
We got time.
Correct. And when I tell you it was time to go, And I think, what was it, the day before I left? Nope, it had to be that week, the week of that I left, because you said, I said, production wants me to send them a picture of my logo, and you had just sent it to me the night before.
Yes. So so you were leaving, I think it was 2 days before you were leaving. And she's like, I need to get my social media together. I need to. I said, I need to start using her words. Say less. I got you. So I started working on a cover, and we were going to use the kind of logo that, we liked, but
We didn't love.
we didn't love.
We didn't love it.
Yes, the LaShanna love, that level 3. So we were just gonna go with it, you know? And as I was preparing for that cover photo, it's like I put 2 pieces together and I looked at my husband and I said, wait a minute. I'm like, I kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, let me send it to LaShanna and see. And normally it takes her a little while to get back to me sometimes because she's busy. She's in the kitchen. She's cooking. She's delivering. But it was like within moments, she responded, that's it. That's it. I said, well, Lord, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. It's like in that moment, it was a feeling I can't even describe. Like we both knew. Now, some people may look at the logo and they may be like, oh, that's simple. I don't get it.
I don't get it.
But that's okay. That's okay. Because it is the heart of LaShanna. It is the heart. The waves represent the kind of like the steam, the smoke, the smoke. We want all the smoke.
All of it.
All the smoke of her meals. But the heart is the center of it because when I tell you, you feel the love when she cooks, when she delivers, just everything. You feel that love. And so it's an amazing feeling. It's honestly something I can't describe, but we knew in that moment.
Yeah.
And it was like, all right.
That's it.
That's it.
And felt good. It is amazing. When I was on the show, so of course I was on the show, I was surprised by my son, and I'm all on set, cry baby. You understand? Cry baby. I do know other words besides oh my God. But when I was able to look back, and I was like, that's my logo. And then when I got the pictures from production, when I sent you those pictures from production, and I want everyone that has one of my meals to see it. You feel it. When you are my customer, I'm a student to you. I want to know what you eat. If you like straight leg bacon, if you like it a little burnt. I like to know. I have customers from 2 years ago. I can literally remember their order. And that's how important it is to me. I say it all the time, it's ministry. Cooking is ministry for me. And if you know me, I'm passionate about anything and everything I do. I want to make sure that your soul is fed. And when I say your soul, that means when you eating something good and your foot get to tapping.
You get to dancing a little bit.
Your head get to shaking. Like where the music coming from, I don't know. But your hand, girl, you put your foot in there. You know, that moment when you are sad and needing comfort, that food does that. When you're celebrating some of your best moments, your graduation, your birthday, your anniversary, anything, you gotta have some good food, honey. And the last thing you want messing up any event, people gonna talk about the food. Yeah. I want it hot. That needs to be hot. I want the cold to be cold. That is important to me. Making sure that you get what you need and wherever and however, it all ties into that. And that's why that logo is so important and represents this divine connection, this movement. And I told her, I said, babe, she said, you have such a strong support system. And, I was like, people like to eat. People gonna pay for good food. And I said, where I'm going, you coming. People was like, oh, I'm going to do you a logo. You need to talk to 6 people and get different logos and just pick. I said, no, I already got my person. I didn't need nobody else. It was already done. Mm-hmm. And I said, you coming with me? The peace that comes from calming my anxiety, because I get real anxious. The peace that you place on my life when, hey, one moment at a time. It's like 49 million views on a video. And I'm getting notifications from my personal page to my business page to Instagram, from YouTube to TikTok. Throw the whole phone away. Not that I don't love everybody and I appreciate it's a lot because I just want to get in the kitchen and cook and be like, girl, you, and I want to text everyone back and say, how was your food? People that's been eating from me for years, how was your food? Now you know, okay, wonderful. If I don't know, I can't grow. I say it all the time. That's the logo. That's the person behind the logo. This is my friend. This is my friend. So I might have to pay her in food until I make it real big, you know. But hey, you know, she gonna be taken care of because she coming with me. She's coming with me as I grow you the salsa. My friend told me this. She said, when your cup runneth over, I want to be the salsa to catch the blessings. Come on. And as my cup get bigger and runneth over, that plate under the cup gonna get bigger. Little teapot, and there's gonna be a kettle pot. Then a Magna-Lite.
You know, it's crazy. Like, as I heard you talk, it occurred to me, one of the reasons why we connected so well is because we feel the same way about our business. It's not about the business itself. It's the people behind the business that we're serving. And that matters most to me. You know, people can get a logo from anywhere. They can get graphics from anywhere. That's one thing. But when it's about the person, like serving the person, it's a ministry. That's why my client can call me at 9:00 at night. I need prayer. All right. Let's get to it.
I couldn't even tell you what happened on the show. I just knew I was, ooh.
I know I said, what's wrong?
Just girl, just pray. Just pray. No.
I said, well, I don't know what's wrong, but we're going to pray.
Ooh.
And that is like what our relationship and our friendship has become. It is so much more than business. So I want to say this. If you are an entrepreneur, okay, don't treat your business just as a business. It's about the people that you serve. It's about meeting their needs as a whole, because it's more than filling an order. It's more than collecting money. It's about making sure that that person is good. Now, it may seem like, oh, well, that's too much. It's just business. When your business is ministry, when you invite the Lord into everything that you do,
You better say
it goes way beyond business. And that is how you make divine connections.
Correct.
That is how that happens. So I will say, make sure you put God first in your business, in your life, in every area. Let him open those doors, because we out there trying to open doors for ourselves, trying to create opportunities. And God is like, what are you doing?
Correct.
I have a plan, and I need you to trust me and stay on course. I will put the people in your life that need to be in your life.
Yes.
You just need to trust me. So that is what I have purpose in my heart to do. I am so grateful for my friend.
Grateful for you.
Y'all don't know, we be crying together and just
laughing,
doing the most. My poor husband, I know he usually making faces at me like, what are y'all crying about now?
Okay.
But it's just the goodness of God, y'all. I just can't express it enough how good God is. So you have to make sure, if you don't take anything else away from this video, put God first in every single area.
That's it.
Was there anything you wanted to add?
Follow my business page.
Come on. Shanna-B-Cooking. Shanna-B-Cooking.
Catering and more.
Stay tuned, because this is going to be big, y'all. I promise. She ministers to the stomach. I minister to everything else.
All right now. Everything.
So, y'all know I never like to end a video without reminding you that you are loved beyond measure by the creator of the universe. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.
Bye, y'all.